everybody, welcome back to Homestead Heart. And I am out here in the watermelon patch. Y'all, we have made some changes to this watermelon patch. Oh yes, we have. It's still a work in progress, but I'm excited to show you all what we are doing. I'm really excited about this, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into the all new and improved watermelon patch. Okay, y'all, so I am in the watermelon patch. Okay, now in the watermelon patch, I don't know if you remember, hey kitty wit, a couple of years, please don't put your claws in my leg. Oh, like to put her claws in my legs to get my attention. Okay, so you all, if you remember, we started the watermelon patch 2 spring seasons ago, and we used some old tires to plant in our watermelon. Okay, we filled them with compost, covered them with hay, and a lot of them did pretty good. Please stop clawing me. Some of them did not, and I felt like it was too shallow, or maybe they weren't getting quite enough water, because we did use soaker hoses to water them, but we used a different method the following spring. We used grow bags, right? We bought some straw from Ace Hardware. We bought some regular straw, and wait a minute, I think that was Easy Straw that we used. I'm gonna have to go back and check the footage, but I think that was Easy Straw that we used, and used it to mulch, and it was supposed to be good for mulching your vegetables with in the garden. And then we had some straw from Ace Hardware, so we used them both. Okay, now every melon that we had in that grow bag died. Okay, and I'm thinking it was the straw from Ace Hardware, because we mulched with the Easy Straw, and the straw from Ace Hardware, we used that to cover the ground with. And it seemed like once the vines hit the ground, they all started dying, until we got to every single grow bag of watermelon and cantaloupe, and pumpkin, all dead, right? Now, come to think of it, when I mulched with the Easy Straw in the grow bag, and they were in the greenhouse, the plants were super healthy. They looked good. They were growing well. They were strong. It was only once we put them in the melon patch and the vine started touching that, I'm sorry, Tamu has grabbed my attention, and I don't know what he's doing, but I don't know what he's doing. But anyway, you all, who are these animals out here? Yeah. Is that Moo Bear? Oh no, never mind. That's Grizzly. Anyway, that was something else. One of them. But anyway, you all. So anywho, once the grow bags came out here and they started growing, they started vining. Once the vines hit the straw from Ace Hardware, they started dying. So we lost every melon plant that we grew in the melon patch in the grow bags. And I don't know if you remember, but I wasn't sure if it was the grow bags, if it was the Easy Straw, or if it was the wheat straw that we got from Ace Hardware. And now I believe I know. It was the wheat straw from Ace Hardware. So anyway, we have cleared all of that out. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. Hey, Grizzle Bear. I'm going to show you what we do next, so let's go ahead and do it. Okay, you all. So now, these are the grow bags. You can see them, all of them. Look at them. These are the grow bags right here. And these are the bags that we lost every single melon plant in. We had a lot of them. Now, the mix that's in this bag is not going back into our garden, okay? Whatever toxic chemicals that they used in that wheat straw, we are not using that in our garden. We are going to get rid of it. We are discarding it. It's not going to be used anywhere on the homestead for growing food in, okay? Okay. Now, as you can see, all of the old cover, this is not new ground cover, this is old ground cover. And all of it that you see is being pulled up. It was very old, y'all. It wasn't new. And we even had the black plastic here. Look at that. We had that covering the ground and more. We even took out some trees too. But you all, oh, and by the way, you all, let me show you, not the kitty wit, but right here, that's one of the tires that we had sitting on the corner of the plastic to keep the plastic down. But look at all this plastic that we pulled up here. All the weeds that came through the ground cover and the plastic, all of this old hay that we had down here. And that is all of the irrigation setup that we have, which was through drip hoses, right? So all of that was down in this garden, but we've made some changes. Let me show you. This entire, look at there, this entire garden now, look at there, we pulled all of that up and look what was underneath. After we pulled all of the weeds out, these were the weeds that were underneath the ground cover, okay? Now, all of the weeds that were underneath the ground cover were pulled out. And we used our little cultivator to cultivate this area. And it only cultivated the top 4 inches of soil. It didn't go down deep as if I was using, like if you were using a tiller. It only went down about 4 inches or so. Look at our little goat babies that got out. They didn't get out. Anyway, but you all, we just kind of tilt this up just a bit to fluff it up. And look at this soil that was underneath here. Look at that. Just look at this. Just beautiful, right? It's sandy loam. It's a beautiful soil. All I'm going to do to this, you all, is add a few amendments to this. And this is going to be our new watermelon patch right here. Oh, yes, it is. But how are we going to keep the weeds out? Let's talk about it. Okay, so now that you see what we've done, you see the plan here, you all, oh, we've been busy now. Just because I'm coughing don't mean that we can't work. We've been busy. So getting all of this done out here, we still got the cleanup to do. But I'm not sure about the irrigation setup over here yet. If we're just going to stick with the soakers or if we're going to use drip. Because we got plenty of drip irrigation left from last season that we didn't use. We could set that up over here with no problem, which is probably what we're going to do, right? But you all, look at this. This is beautiful. Now we still have issues with lots of weeds and whatnot. And I mean, it was like a jungle over here. You couldn't even recognize the area. But we did not want to take any of that stuff out prior to, just before spring, because we did not want to take any chances. We wanted that soil to be nice and fluffy. And when you have weeds, I know some people, weeds are bad, I get it. But when you have weeds in the garden, sometimes, well, the weeds that we have, they could be like so light after the winter, the frost kills them back. You just literally pick them up and pull them out and rake them out. They come out pretty good, but the soil is just so, my hands, the soil is so light and fluffy, and we just love that. And it makes it easy to come in and cultivate this once we remove all of the bigger weeds out, right? So now I'm going to come back in here with some amendments. Oh, yes, I am. Now, First of all, I'm going to mark off the rows. I'm going to put stakes on each end with a string, and that's just going to let me know where my rows are going to be, because I'm not going to be amending the soil where I'm not going to be planting it, okay? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with just a little bit of blood and bone and azomite, and I'm going to rake that into the garden beds. And after that, we're going to put the ground cover down. Oh yeah, we're sticking with the ground cover. Now, we ran out of ground cover and we had to get some more. Ugh. We ordered it from Grower Solutions. Now, if you remember, last season, we got quite a bit of it from Home Depot, but they're not offering it that we can see at this time in the 300-foot rolls like they did last year, okay? Last year, we were able to get a 4-foot by 300-foot roll or something like that for like, I don't know, like $100 or less, you know? But this year, we don't see it. We only see 50-foot rolls, and that's just not going to work here, okay? So this is about, I don't know, maybe a little above 25 feet long, and maybe about, I don't know, I'm gonna have to measure it and see. But we're gonna cover this whole area with ground cover. And where we have our stakes in our line, we will know that will be our rows, and that will be fertilized, right? Lightly fertilized, okay? Add maybe a little compost. Once we burn the holes, I'll add a little compost and mix the compost in with the sand, because melon love sandy type soils, okay? They love the sand. So that's going to be the plan for the watermelon patch. I'm excited about this, and it's even bigger. It's even bigger because actually the patch actually stopped right where this bed is. I don't know if you could see. Yeah, it actually stopped here, but now we've extended it further back. So I'm excited to get, look, I have been wanting to successfully grow several of the Yamato Cream watermelon. I grew one a couple of years ago, maybe, that was so good. And I haven't tasted that since then. And that is by far, to me, the best tasting watermelon I have ever tasted. And I got the seed from Baker Creek. Now, if I can successfully grow that watermelon and save the seed from it, that will be even more exciting for me. Okay. Now, you all, what also we're going to put out here is the cantaloupe and some honeydew melon and some strawberry melon. And there are one other variety that we're going to grow, which is the Congo melon. We grew the Charleston Gray, and Mr. H really liked it, but we also grew Congo, and he liked that one better. And it gets really big. Ours didn't get that big year before last because, no, we did get one this year because over in our garden, over here in one of the garden rows, we put the melon in. No, that was year before last. I'm pretty sure that was year before last that he got that one Congo melon and he really liked it. So that is the plan for the watermelon patch, you all. We got to finish cleaning it up, but I'm really excited. I'm really excited. And these beds, you can't see them, but we got some beds out here that are a mess. All of these right here, all of these beds right here are going to be transformed to our Jerusalem artichoke raised beds. Yes, they are. Because, you know, they're perennials. So Jerusalem artichokes are going to go in these beds. And then we're also going to be doing more and more turmeric and more ginger. So all of this will be designated for that. But we're going to do raised bed talk later on. I had to show y'all the brand new and improved watermelon patch. If y'all growing watermelon, I sure would love to know what you're growing, how you're growing it. I might even try to put one in a larger container, not the grow bags. I might put one in one of those 17-gallon tubs that we got from the big box store and try to grow it. Girl, if you claw my leg, kitty wit. Ow. She play on my leg like it belonged to her. Let me go. Let me go. You're clawing me. Let me go. You're clawing me. And you getting dirt all over my clothes. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for this video. If you're growing watermelon, please let me know what varieties you are growing. I would love to know. What's your favorite watermelon variety? I would love to know. Like I said, so far, mine is the Yamada Cream, hands down, right? My absolute favorite. It is so sweet and citrusy, but watermelon-y. It's like all those flavors in one. And it's just, I can't even describe it. It is so good. I love that watermelon, right? To me, it's a complete package of a watermelon. Sweet, watermelon-y flavor, nice and summer citrusy burst. It's just there. It's just there. To me, it's everything I would want in a watermelon. But y'all let me know what your favorites are. I'd love to know. All right. All right, y'all. Mr. H is waiting on me because we do have more work to do here on the homestead. We got our hands full this weekend. We are still wrapping up and working the fence line, so we have more to stretch, which is what we're about to go do right now. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to be filming. Don't you worry. All right, y'all. That's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching Homestead Heart. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and give our video a thumbs up. We do have some watermelon varieties on the seed store. We have the Crimson Sweet watermelon and we have the Sugar Baby watermelon. And that is also what we're going to be growing out here. I love that Sugar Baby as well. It doesn't grow quite as large, but it is a really delicious watermelon. I love that Sugar Baby. And it's good too if you got to put it in a container. And that's probably going to be one of the ones that I put in multiple containers. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's going in several containers actually around the farm. But anyway, you all, thank you all so much for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video.